Formidable, formidable. Tu étais formidable, j'étais formidable. Nous étions formidables. Formidable. Tu étais formidable.
Yes, I know the savvy viewers noticed that that was a French artist, Stromae, singing Formidable or Beautiful, and I'm actually riding in the Italian Alps. Greetings, thanks for joining me. My name is Chris, and I have a few YouTube videos showing the things I enjoy doing, including flying airplanes, going on holiday with my family,
I'll be back from around the way. It seems like everywhere I go, the more I see.
camping in Colorado, and I have a few instructional videos as well.
I've got my gear down and
Sync
locked.
rate,
Gas.
pull up,
There's the warning. Sync rate, pull up.
500.
But this is my first video showing another thing I enjoy doing, riding motorcycles. And what better way to show my first motorcycle video than riding the Italian Alps? Join me for a trip over Stelvio Pass. Okay, here's the route that I took. And this all started when my family was planning a holiday in Alghero, Sardinia. And we were getting ready to book flights from London to Alghero, and I asked my family if it'd be okay if I rode my motorcycle and met them there, and they said of course, because they're wonderful. And so here I am a few months later describing the journey. So I left out of London and I rode through Belgium, and then I rode through Western Germany, and then into Switzerland, Austria, the Italian Alps. I then rode over to Lake Como in Italy, and then down to Savona, and I took the ferry over to Corsica, and then I rode back roads through Corsica down to the southern tip, another ferry into Sardinia, and met my family near Alghero. The return trip wasn't as exciting because of some time constraints. I had to ride the French toll roads back, rather boring journey. But this video is not about the entire journey. This video is about this little gem right here in the northeast part of the Italian Alps called Stelvio Pass. And I stayed north of Stelvio Pass at a little mountain chalet, which was gorgeous. And then I departed the next morning and I rode over to Santa Maria Val Muster, where it gets very exciting. And I actually rode the northern approach, which is the less common, the less popular. Most people ride the eastern approach to Stelvio. I rode the northern approach, and it was amazing. It was ridiculous. Through the woods, very, very exciting ride. And then I proceeded over Stelvio Pass and down the other side. And when I got to about halfway down at the hotel and restaurant there, I then rode up Stelvio Pass from the east, and then I proceeded over Stelvio Pass down the west side and then down through Italy to Lake Como. So please join me on the journey over Stelvio Pass. Alright, so the first thing you'll notice is it's an absolutely gorgeous day. It's not always this pretty, Stelvio. It is a mountainous region, so sometimes you get some rain, some snow. Even this time of year in June, July, you can have snow. This is the first real traffic and the only traffic I had to deal with up the east side of Stelvio. Stelvio Pass is known for having a tremendous amount of traffic, and I really lucked out in that regard. So what is Stelvio Pass? It's, as I mentioned, in northeastern Italy. It's the second highest paved road in the Alps, and it ascends to above 9,000 feet, so almost 3,000 meters. It has 48 hairpin turns from the bottom to the top of the east side only. I believe the north side is probably, if you counted them, even more than that, and the west side has a number of hairpin turns as well. You can see on this particular day there was a lot of cycling traffic. I think there was some type of a bicycling event going on. But everyone was really courteous. Everyone was, stayed to their side. Everyone was really respectful. Now, there actually were quite a few motorcyclists that were unfortunately using the entire road to navigate some of these hairpin turns. So that's a good lesson that you'll see some of these I'm taking really slow because I'm really trying to hug my side of the road to allow room for someone coming around. These are blind corners, so you never know who's coming around. A lot of people are up there thinking that they're on a racetrack. That man did a good job staying to the inside of the lane. You'll see here in a bit there's some motorcyclists that are using quite a bit of the road, which makes it a dangerous situation. Yep, so here you've got a cyclist and a car coming the other way. No big deal. You wait, you're patient, and then you work your way through the traffic. Not a big deal. Here's two cyclists side by side up ahead. That's not ideal. You need to be patient. Wait for them to go single file and then make your way around them or wait for a chance. Now here's a bunch of motorcyclists. This is what I was talking about. They're using the entire road. Each one of them is coming into oncoming traffic to then negotiate the hairpin turn. That's not ideal. It's not safe. It's not a good way to do it. But you do see quite a bit of that. So if you're riding Stelvio, be aware of that. Now we've got to take some time to look at this. You, sir, are an inspiration. You are amazing. Oh my God. There's a lot of cyclists on this road, and they're inspiring. It really is cool to see these guys going up this road on bicycles, but with one leg. Dude, you're an animal. You are a stud. I don't know who you are, but I think you're amazing. Alright, now some of you may be wondering more about the bike. So I'm on a 2009 BMW R1200 GS Adventure. This is my third BMW GS. This is my fourth BMW parallel twin. I love them. I think they're great. I don't think there's a better bike in the world. I've owned all of them. I've owned all the different brands. I've owned Ducati, MV Agusta, Kawasaki, Suzuki, Yamaha. I've road raced. I used to race Suzuki motorcycles. I've done a lot of riding around the world now, and I just don't think there's a better bike than, I'll say it right now, than the BMW GS. And it's really designed for this kind of thing. It's designed for sitting on a piece of pavement, especially the Adventure. Sitting on a piece of pavement, travel across the world, and go somewhere interesting, and then either carve it up, the thing handles phenomenally, or go do some dirt roads, some fire roads, some camping. It's your Swiss Army bike, and I don't work for BMW. They're not paying me. I'm just a big fan. I think they're great, and you can tell how great they are when you're on a road like this. Have a look. Keep track of the bikes that are around me that are passing in both directions. They're GSs. They're BMW GSs. If I had to guess, I would say somewhere around half of all the bikes you're going to see in this video are at least a BMW of some flavor and probably even a GS. They're amazing bikes. Like I said, this is my fourth one. I owned an 1150, I owned a 1200, and now this is my first Adventure, and the Adventures they're just ridiculous. They're awesome. They tear up the pavement, they corner amazing. This bike has almost a 9-gallon fuel tank that'll get you on the Italian back roads when you're not really flogging it too bad. You can You get almost 350 miles in a tank. If you're on the Autobahn in Germany doing 120 miles an hour, you're only going to get about 250, 275 miles out of a tank. But like I said, they go a long distance. They're comfortable, so you can sit on the bike for the entire duration of 300 miles, and then you can take a rest, and then you can tear up Stelvio Pass on it. They're great bikes. Go look at some of these guys' tires. There's not a lot of chicken strips. These bikes shred. They're quicker than you would think. Can they keep up with a Gixxer? Of course not. An R1? Absolutely not. A Ducati of any kind on a racetrack? No, they can't. Can you push them to the limit comfortably? Yeah, you can. Can you get all the way to the side of the tires confidently? Yeah, you can. Uh-oh, someone overheated. Yeah, there's I think that was a Mazda Miata that had its fill of Stelvio Pass, and that little four-banger said, "I'm done." Alright, some of you are going to want to know about the kit here. There's a GS on the right. This is a used GS I bought a couple months ago. It's got about now 20,000 miles on it. I outfitted it just for this trip. It's got a Garmin GPS. That's my iPhone. I can listen to music if I want. It's on a RAM mount. A Jivvy tank bag. I've got an Aether jacket, which is a pretty cool company. It's nice for commuting in London because I can just walk into the office with it. I'm wearing a Nex helmet with the internal visor, which is great in Italy because you're always going in and out of tunnels, and you can put the visor up and down. It's really convenient for that reason. Here's another GS up here on the right parked, and then I'm going to pass this GS in just a second. I'm running an Italian-made MIV exhaust. It's got the DB killer in it right now. I pulled that out in Italy. I actually like it quite a bit better without the DB killer. There's an old R1100 GS, it looks like. That might have been an 1150 that I just passed on the left. And here we come up to the top. So this is the top of Stelvio Pass. Lots of people hanging out. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I can't stick around. I have a ferry to catch. But enjoy your day. So I hope this video helped, and I hope you enjoyed my ride up Stelvio Pass. Be safe, take care, cheers, bye.
Formidable, tu étais formidable, j'étais formidable, nous étions formidables.